The significance of Padmini Ekadashi, or it is also called as Kamala Ekadashi, a name dedicated to goddess Mahalakshmi. This is an Ekadashi that comes during the Adhika Masam, especially. Adhika Masam is nothing but the leap year that we follow as per our Hindu calendar, which usually occurs about once in 3 years or so. So this is one Adhika Masam which we are observing currently. So the things that we do during the Adhika Masam, it is said that the same thing, the punya that is there, it doubles or triples. And it is again very auspicious for Bhagavan Vishnu. This Ekadashi falls in the Shukla Paksham of this Adhika Masam. On this day, like we all know, fast should be observed, clean clothes should be worn about, Bhagavan Vishnu is worshipped, yellow color flowers are offered, sandal paste is applied to Bhagavan, Panchamritam is offered as prasadam. So for whomever convenient, you can prepare Panchamritam. Also on this day, for whoever is fasting also, you can consume that Panchamritam, no problem. And also tulsi leaves are offered to Bhagavan, and devotees also chant Om Namo Narayanaya or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. In fact, the story of Padmini Ekadashi, it is somewhat related to Ramayanam. Now what happens is, the story goes this way, that on the Padmini Ekadashi day, it seems that Pulastya Muni, the one of the ancestors of Ravana, he is said to have narrated this to Narada. And it seems that once Ravana was kept captive in the prison of a person called Kartyavira Arjuna. And upon hearing this, Ravana comes and asks that even Indradeva also was defeated in front of Ravana, then how come this Kartyavira Arjuna kept Ravana captive? That's when Pulastya Muni replied that during the Treta Yuga, Kartyavira is actually Kartyavira Arjuna's father. He had taken birth in the Haihaya is the name of a dynasty. There he had taken birth. His capital was Mahishmati or so, and he had about 1,000 queens. Now, but he could not beget children at all. That's when he performed a lot of sacrifices, pitrukarmas, this and that. But there was some curse, it seems, of a sage, and that's the reason why a king, he could not beget children. And that's when King Kartyavira, what he decides is, he decides to perform lot of sacrifices, lot of other puja karmas also, and that's when he turns himself into a sadhu. He goes to the forest, does a lot of tapasya. That's when one of his queens, called Padmini, she was born in the Ikshvaku dynasty. She was the daughter of King Harishchandra. She saw the king was living and she was very much attached to her husband. She felt that it is her duty to follow in the footsteps of her husband. So she also goes to the forest. She also gives away all her ornaments, rich clothes, everything. She also wears the bark of a sadhu. She also goes to the forest. Finally, they reach the Himalayan mountain that is there of Gandhamadana, and that's where they start praying to Bhagavan in the form of Gadadhara, who holds a mace in his hand. But in spite of doing all this also, he did not get a son, it seems. That's when Padmini was there along. She feels that you're doing so much. The Kartyavira Arjuna, his body also had turned into skin and bones, nothing was left. That's when Padmini, she goes to Anasuya, the sage lady, and she tells that my husband is performing for the last 10,000 years, but still Krishna, Gadadhara is not coming. Now maybe Keshava or Krishna alone can remove maybe all his previous karmas, difficulties, sins and so on. And therefore you tell me some fast which we can observe and we can please Bhagavan. That's when, hearing these words of Padmini, Anasuya Devi, she tells that usually there are 12 months in a year, but after every 32 months or so, usually an extra month is added. That is nothing but the Adhika Masam. That's where we have two Ekadashis that come during this month, Padmini Ekadashi and Parama Ekadashi. They usually fall on the Ekadashi or almost the Dwadashis of the Shukla and Krishna Paksham. That's the reason why we have the confusion. On this day you should fast, do puja and so on. Definitely Bhagavan Hari will bless you with a son. In this way, Anasuya, the daughter of Kardama Muni, she tells the significance of this Ekadashi. Further, Keshava also becomes pleased with them, comes riding on Garuda Bhagavan, and that's how in this says that my fasting or all the puja that you did during this special Ekadashi, I am pleased with that. You ask for a boon. That's how a child was born. And Kartavira Arjuna was blessed with a son. The king also becomes very happy, and that's how we have the birth of Kartavira Arjuna. Then later Padmini Devi, she becomes pregnant. Kartavira Arjuna is born, and that's how Ravana also was defeated in battle by this Kartavira Arjuna. So this is the story of this Padmini Ekadashi Vrata which is done. So very very auspicious Vrata, especially Bhagavan Vishnu is worshipped. Also Goddess Mahalakshmi is worshipped along.